While being responsible with your vehicle and your body is important, there are times when you need to push the limits in order to relive the thrill. Welcome back to another video on the channel, and the following is a list of the top 10 extreme sports for thrill seekers. Number 10. Rally Racing. Rally racing is for you if you've ever wanted to leave a congested freeway and race to work through fields, woods, and dirt roads. The fact that many of the best rally cars are based on models that can be purchased adds to the thrill factor of rally racing. Indeed, many automakers use rally racing to showcase their best small, agile, and grippy vehicles. If you enjoy combining nature with as much speed as possible from a hot hatchback, rally racing is for you. Cars compete in rally racing on closed-off courses or on real roads, the majority of which are unpaved. Rally racing is one of the most difficult driving sports available. It's extreme because races can last days, regardless of weather, putting a lot of strain on the cars. A race can be held on a variety of road surfaces, and fans are so close to the action that being hit by a race car is a real possibility. Is that exciting enough for you? Rally America has a calendar of upcoming races. Number 9. Drag Racing. A drag race, according to some, consists of men dressed in exaggerated women's clothing, catfights, and RuPaul. While that type of drag race is an extreme sport in and of itself, we're discussing drag racing as a motorsport. Drag racing pits two cars against each other to see who can cover the shortest distance in a straight line, usually a quarter mile. To be fair, you can start drag racing with the guy in the Honda Accord next to you at any traffic light. If you enjoy getting arrested, this is one way to get into the sport. The safest place to drag race is on a real drag strip, where races are organized and timed automatically. Dragsters can have up to 10,000 horsepower and reach speeds of more than 330 mph depending on the class. Drag races are organized by class, so even if you have an old station wagon that you enjoy tinkering with, you can compete. Number 8. Demolition Derby. Wrecks are common in all types of motorsports, but in a demolition derby, wrecking is the entire point. In this sport, drivers try to take out everyone else's cars, and the car that is still running at the end wins. How do you get everyone else's cars out of the way? You should ram them on your own. In a demolition derby, you must figure out how to cause the most damage to your opponents while keeping your own car alive. The fact that demolition derbies are held in money pits makes getting traction and maintaining control of the car difficult. What makes them even more difficult is that most drivers try to ram the back of their car into the front of other cars in order to protect their vital components, such as their engine, while destroying the rival's key car parts. That strategy is effective, but it requires driving backwards. Trying to get out of a crowded mall parking lot during the holidays may make you want to unleash your inner demolition derby driver, but saving that kind of rage for a real derby is better for your insurance rates. Number 7. Drifting. When racing a car, you usually don't want to lose traction and have your car slide or drift. Slides cost you speed and time in most races. When it comes to drifting, however, conventional wisdom goes sideways, along with the cars. Drifting is a type of car race in which the goal is to oversteer and lose traction through turns. The courses are so curvy that the quickest way through them is to slide through them, losing traction but maintaining control rather than slow down and brake before turns. The most skilled drifters can drive sideways through several turns in a row. However, drifting is about more than just speed. Drivers earn points for the angle of their car and wheels during the turn, as well as for their showmanship. Though it is a relatively new sport in its own right, drifting has existed for as long as people have raced cars. It was just not always considered a skill. Drifting now has its own governing body and race schedule, making it simple for fans to join in on the fun. Number 6. Motocross. When the pavement ends, the majority of mainstream motorcycle riders return home. Motocross riders, on the other hand, enjoy riding in the rain and dirt. Riders on off-road motorcycles scramble around a dirt track with steep hills, sharp curves, plenty of danger, and plenty of airtime in motocross. Motocross races, in essence, recreate an exhilarating off-road, hilly motorcycle race, but in an arena. Motocross races are divided into classes based on the type of motorcycles used. They feature a large number of racers all jockeying for a spot on the track, resulting in some impressive displays of skill, as well as some impressive crashes. If you don't mind broken bones and the possibility of more serious injuries, this is one extreme motorsport with a low barrier to entry. Number 5. Freestyle Motocross. Riders in regular motocross frequently catch air while descending hills on the racecourse. It's a nice bonus for fans, but it's not the race's main focus. Getting air is the goal of freestyle motocross. Riders compete in freestyle motocross by launching their bikes over jumps and performing intricate tricks while airborne. The can, in which riders put both legs on the same side of the bike, and the lazy boy, in which riders put their feet up beyond the handlebars and lay back on the bike with their hands extended behind their head, are two stunts. The judges give the rider a higher score if the tricks are more impressive and well executed. In this sense, freestyle motocross is similar to gymnastics, except instead of acrobats flipping on mats and parallel bars, there are riders covered in mud, clinging to a gas-powered machine as they fly several stories above a dirt track. See, the same thing. Number 4. Figure 8 racing. Figure 8 racing is for you if you read about Demolition Derby a few pages ago and thought, that sounds great, but the crashes could be a little less planned and more spectacular. Figure 8 races are held on a dirt track shaped like, wait for it, the number 8, combining racing and wrecking. Because the track's two circles intersect, drivers must power through oncoming traffic to achieve the best time and win. The disadvantage of racing around the track as fast as you can is that everyone else is doing the same thing. And when two speeding cars collide, well, you know what happens. Number 3. Ice racing. Ice racing isn't just for Canadians rushing to Tim Hortons before work in January. It's a real motorsport. While ice racing is more popular in places with large amounts of ice, such as Canada or Minnesota, it's a sport that even the most devout Texan can support. While most mainstream competitions call races off if the track isn't completely clear foul, icy conditions are exactly what ice racers require. The term ice racing refers to the track rather than the vehicle being raced. The entire track is ice in this race. Allow that to sink in. Number 2. 24 Hours of Le Mans. The 24 Hours of Le Mans is one of the most prestigious races in the world, putting multi-million-dollar cars and cutting-edge technology to the test in a grueling endurance race. The 24 Hours of Le Mans, on the other hand, is extreme not because of how fast or expensive the cars are, but because they aren't. The 24 Hours of Le Mans isn't extreme in terms of technology, speed, injury, or flaming crashes, but it is extreme in terms of the number of times participants are asked why they'd want to do something so ridiculous. Number 1. Snowmobile Watercross. Snowmobiles, as the name suggests, are designed for use on snow. In Florida, they don't sell as well. However, some snowmobile riders realize that water is simply melted snow, and thus a new motorsport was born: Snowmobile Watercross. Competitors in Snowmobile Watercross ride snowmobiles across racecourses on ponds and lakes. Let us pause for a moment to remember that snowmobiles are not boats. But if snowmobiles aren't boats, how do they cross water without Jesus driving them? The ability of snowmobiles to travel at high speeds is what makes Snowmobile Watercross possible. That aspect of snowmobiles will also save you if you ever find yourself snowmobiling across a lake that isn't as frozen as you think it is. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Which of these sports excite you the most? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.